Hi, my name is Samir. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Utilize. Today I'll quickly show you how you can use Utilize to provide apps for your teams and partners through which they can view or update data that is there on your existing tools like spreadsheets. These apps can be shared by a link and they open across devices, and most importantly, these apps can be customized in just minutes without any coding knowledge. So these are the 5 steps to get a customized app for any process. What I'll do in this video is take an example use case for an app and actually show you what happens in each of these steps. Let's say I'm running an e-commerce business and I want an app to communicate with my vendors, where they can view their orders, invoices, and at the same time also update some data or statuses of these orders that are assigned to them. The first step is to select an app from the Utilize app directory. The app directory consists a list of apps that are pre-built on Utilize. These are essentially a list of sample apps that are built using dummy data, and each of these apps are powered by a Google Sheet. You can select any of these apps that is closest to your processes, be it inventory management, an app for communicating with your partners or vendors, or apps for your production teams or any other teams. And since in this video we wanted to create an app for vendors, I'll use this template and I'll click on this button, try apps, which will now copy the app and the sheet into my account. To complete the app creation, you're now redirected to a step where you define the data of the app. This is the Google Sheet that is copied to your account. It is the primary data source of the app and currently has some dummy data. You can further modify the sheet to fit your process. You can add or remove data and also modify the columns that define your sheet. In this case, I'm adding a couple more columns. You can also link these sheets to any other tools by using something like Zapier or Integromat. For our vendor management example in this video, let's assume that this sheet is linked to Shopify and some of the order data is being populated from the Shopify store. And similarly, let's assume there is another sheet that is linked to QuickBooks, which will have my invoices data, and this data is getting populated from QuickBooks. Similarly, you can also make changes to the sheet after the app is created, but for now I'll go back and reload the new changes we just made on the sheet. Now for the final step, you define the users of the app and how they can log in. As shown here, this is the sheet in your Google spreadsheet that has the users data, and this is how it looks like, with columns that define a user like email, name, so on. You can remove this dummy data and you can add your own set of users or vendors. Now let's get back here and define how these users can log in. In this case, I'll select OTP on email, and you can do the same for each user role, and once you're done you can click here to finish creating the app. A version of the app is created for each user role. In this vendor management app, we have an admin role and a vendor role. As you see, the screens and their functionality is different for each user role, and I can customize the logic of these screens by using the builder options here. For example, in this screen, I can customize how the order stage is updated. I will also add logic to update the new columns that we added in this sheet. You can also add new screens to the app. I will add a screen to view the invoices, and I will also add a screen to add new products. And each of these screens is further customizable. Now here in the settings tab, you can change the app name, app URL, theme, and so on. And you can also enable basic communication on these apps. For that, I can use this automate tab where I will configure logic to automatically send emails or messages to your users. And I can further templatize these messages with my raw data. To show you an example, this is how it looks like. Now once I'm ready with the app, I will publish the app and share this app link with my users. Now they can log into the app and start using the app instantly.